We're dealing with two major transitions right now. First, a seasonal transition from summer to fall, and second, personally, we are dealing with transitioning our tiny baby, Riley, into a full senior kindergartner. These are big moves. So in this video, I want to share with you how we are preparing Riley, but also how we're preparing her closet, our house, and rejigging our routines to make the school year more seamless, and also what things I'm buying, what things I'm freshening up, and what things I'm looking to acquire secondhand so that she can be well stocked for the year ahead. I'm doing this video in partnership with LG Canada. I'll be right here in my laundry room, so you'll see me using some of my LG laundry appliances. And we are also sharing some very interesting insights from Pinterest, which is a major search engine. So we're able to kind of like pull and see what people are searching for at this time of year. I think one of the only reasons I was excited to go back to school every year was to refresh the wardrobe. And I know Riley is much the same, and lots of kids out there are the same way as well. So this is what I do for her because I'm still the clothing manager for her in this house. I pull out what she has in her current drawers. That's all the stuff right here. Then I will just dump it out and I go through. I'm like, what are we still fitting into? What do we still wear? What do we still like? I will fold that stuff back up before, but I will make sure it's labeled and clean before I fold it back up and put it in her drawer. When all of that is done, I will take stock of what I still need, make that list. Then I will go to a good quality secondhand shop, or I will look on an online marketplace to see what I can buy. And then anything after that, I will purchase. Now, I will say I always buy her her own socks and underwear, and generally her own shoes. During this time, I do a lot of laundry, so the ability to run 2 loads simultaneously is handy. What I'll do is I'll take the general stuff like the clothing, I'll put it into the LG front load AI washing machine, and then the smaller, more delicate items or things that have a unique requirement for washing will go into the LG twin wash pedestal washer. Now let's say I come across something that's absolutely lovely, Riley's crazy about it, but it smells. That's when I can use the sanitize cycle on my washer and dryer. The LG Styler Steam Closet is a great place to not only steam, but sanitize and refresh a multitude of items, including blazers, ties, collared shirts for school uniforms, as well as backpacks, sports gear, stuffies, and so much more. Once I've gone through and I've prepared her clothing for the upcoming season and school year, then I've got to deal with all the stuff that we are not keeping anymore. So what I'll do is I take some stain pre-treater, I look at the clothing, I give it a spritz or pre-treat anything that's needed before laundering it. Now, because I'm going to be packing this clothing up and potentially handing it down or selling it, I want to make sure that it's dry, like super dry, like bone dry, so that there's no mustiness that builds up during storage. So what I do when I'm running it through the dryer is I select more dry. I can either do this using the LG ThinQ app or right on my machine. That way I know it's coming out and there's zero moisture. Now, if I'm going to be selling any of these items online, I'll just take a few photographs of them and I'll store them separately before posting them. Otherwise, it all goes back into bags or containers and then someone else can enjoy them. I was so stressed out trying to figure out how to manage lunches last year when Riley was in JK, but this year going into SK, I have a lot more confidence as a meal prepping mom. But I like to have my menu. I like to have my rotation set, and I keep it simple. I'm not one of these creative moms that puts 19 things in the lunch bag every day. I am basic and I keep it simple. One thing I try to focus on is enough fat and protein going into lunch every day, because if we're carb loading with junky snacks, I receive a very hungry, cranky child at the end of the day. So what I've done is I've got my hits, and I basically put that on repeat and I cycle through like 3 mains, which is egg salad sandwiches, turkey and cheese sandwiches, and macaroni and cheese. For snacks, we do cut up fruits and veg, and I also try to include, cheese strings or yogurt drinks, as well as, let's be honest, the nut-free treats. I've also done some baking where I've incorporated beans, like I've done black bean brownies and banana chickpea muffins, which have been a huge hit. The most important thing is knowing what works, what your kid will eat, and then putting that on repeat until it doesn't work anymore. One thing I am not spending money on is a backpack or a lunch bag. Now this one I purchased last year, but this one was a hand-me-down from Riley's friend. And let me tell you, she used this for JK as well as camp, and I see absolutely no reason to spend good money on something that we already have perfectly functional product for. Now, do these have signs of wear? Yes. But I'm gonna stain pre-treat them and launder them in my LG twin wash pedestal washing machine, which is great because it's a small but mighty machine that runs at the exact same time as my regular washing machine when I'm doing another load of laundry. So I can get 2 loads of laundry done at once. So what I like to do, and I've done this throughout the year, is I have this blank calendar. It's a tearaway sheet. I bought it at the dollar store. Riley and I sit down every month and we plan out her month. Now, of course, she gets to color it in however she wants, but what I do is I kind of write out what her month looks like. I include any play dates, anytime she's gonna be babysat, any exciting things that we have coming up, and then we talk about it, and she can look at it often so that she's prepared. But aside from whatever anomalies come up on the calendar, she knows what her days look like. You can see I've got her daily routines right here on the wall. I think paying attention to routines and making sure that kids are familiar with them helps everyone in the family settle into the school year. So now that we've both gotten back into the back to school mindset, I would love to know in the comments down below, when you pull out your box of old memories, what was your favorite lunch that you got as a student when you were in school? For me, I can't say that I liked anything my mom made. She was definitely not like one of those moms who made incredible lunches, but when I got leftover pizza, I felt like a rock star. So let me know what your favorite lunch was in the comments down below. A special thanks to LG Canada for sponsoring this video and for decking out my laundry room with these amazing and innovative laundry appliances. They really help me get in the zone for back to school. Now, if you have any questions about these appliances or you want to purchase them, you can visit lg.ca.